Please like or dislike the video or leave a comment below. That will allow me to produce better videos and more of them in the future.
So I picked an interesting trade for you here, and it's something that doesn't actually end pleasantly for me, but it's an interesting illustration. So what I'm doing here is, can you see the money that is located at 226? This is somebody that's trying to back this horse at 226. So I'm thinking, quite appropriately I think, why not nip in front of this? Because if this guy wants that 17 grand matched, he's going to have to move the price in order to get matched. So me, every mother and their dog, is going to jump in front of that because it sticks out like a sore thumb. This is why you can't use large stakes very often. You have to iceberg orders into an exchange because it's too obvious. That 17 grand just looks totally out of place. So my hypothesis here is that that money will get moved and the price will come down. So, well, sat here waiting. We don't know where that money's come from. It could be somebody who just fancies putting it on there, maybe a lottery winner who just fancies a punt, a Premiership footballer at half-time who's whipped his phone out. It could be any reason for that money to be there. It could be a bookmaker hedging. It could be anything, but we don't particularly care about that. We're just looking at that money and we're saying, well, we think that that money's going to move. If that person really wants to get that order filled, they're going to have to move it. And I'll keep putting money in front of it all of the time that I think that that is the case. Now, if that money vanishes, I'm going to have to take out my position immediately, because the reason that I got involved in the trade in the first place has gone. And there we go. Can you see he just moved at 222? So that person does want to get the order filled. So I'll move down to 220 and the game continues. Now what I'm doing now is watching the volume, because can you see there's 22,000 matched on one side, 10,000 on the other. And we want to see more money getting matched at 220 than 222. There you go. There's a little bit more getting matched. We've got 12 grand at 220. We're keeping an eye on the money at 222. We're having a look below, and you can see it's going to break brand new territory if the price moves again. He's only had about 4 grand of that 12 grand matched. So we're just waiting for the price to move again, or waiting for an opportunity to put some more orders in front of it. But I'm quite heavily exposed in this market. I've got about 4 grand on this particular trade at this moment in time. So we really do need to see that money come down. But you can see it's not really got that much momentum in it. So I've started to and then boom, can you see that? Loads of money gets taken at 222. We know that because of the money that's been traded. There's 48,000 been traded at 222, and therefore I've got to exit my position. But you'll notice the mistake I make in this market is I don't do that quickly enough, and the price starts to run against me. But even then, you can see that the money's been taken, so that's a sure sign that you have to get out of your trade. If you don't do that, then the market will work against you. And really, I think the lesson from this video, you'll see the price start to run up against me in a second, is that, you know, if you go into the market on one basis and that basis starts to disappear, then you just dump your position. And I'm usually pretty good at that. On this particular occasion, I got a little bit caught out. That's unusual. But at the end of the day, it's very important that if you get in the trade for one reason and that reason breaks down, you must exit. So on this particular occasion, had to take a loss. But in the scheme of things, not too bad, because I'm pretty confident that I nearly always end up at the end of the day. But on this particular occasion, this trade went sour, and this was the prime moment to exit, and I shouldn't have hung around any longer. And I did, but I lost money. But anyway, you can see two sides to the trade there. You can see one type of trade that does occur in the market when there's a large amount of money, but you can also see when you should exit that. And on this occasion, we should exit right now, because there's no reason to hang around, because that money is no longer there. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting trade that you could see.
If you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, its tools and the opportunities they present, then why not visit betangel.com today and download a free trial.